Well, good morning again. It's Paul Feuerstein. And let me bring up my friend Chris Cabot for a second. Chris, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Paul. It's good to see you, my friend.
So, who is Chris Cabot? Well, I've been talking for the last couple of weeks to all sorts of dental industry people and people who know about a lot of different things that are going on. And we've talked to a couple of expert dentists who talk about 3D printing. But Chris is the real man. He's the guy behind the scenes doing the 3D printing himself. Chris has worked for a number of 3D printing companies, and he's now working with a fantastic dental lab based in Canada called Aurum Group Dental Labs. And so, Chris, tell us a little bit about Aurum for a second, and then I want to explain why we brought you up here for this magical thing that we're doing.
Sure. Thanks, Paul. Well, the Aurum Group is the largest dental laboratory group in Canada. They've been around for a long time. It was started by Hayo Meyer, who was a German immigrant, came over to Canada and started a very successful lab. And we've continued in his honor since then. And we really are dedicated to high quality, high technology, of course. Part of the Aurum Group is, of course, Core 3D Centers, where I'm currently sitting right here in Detroit, Michigan. We've got a couple of locations across North America. And really, our goal is to provide really high quality dental care, of course, to our customers. And we've got one of the largest biocompatible 3D print farms here in North America. And our total capacity is rather robust across our network. So, once the pandemic hit, it really, we knew that our core business, the dental business, was going to take a pause for a little bit, right? So
we're not working. We're not sending a lot of cases right now.
Yeah, we knew that, and it was a no-brainer for us to sort of gear or switch our technology, our equipment over to fighting this pandemic. So, we've launched a new initiative called Open Health Solutions that is live today, and we are 3D printing all sorts of different PPE equipment right now, nasopharyngeal swabs, and we've got a lot more to bring to the Open Health Solutions website, and we're looking forward to really gearing this up so that when our dentists come back to work and when our dental technicians come back to work, that we can have customized PPE that is, here to help them come back safely. So really that's our goal. We look at PPE to be really a big topic in dentistry moving forward. By any metric, if you look at it, there was a great New York Times article about who's most at risk when we start getting back to real life, and dentists and dental assistants are right there at the top of the list. So we know they're going to need our help.
And unfortunately, we know that, and yet we're having a lot of trouble getting all the PPE to us in dentistry. And so the ADA in the United States is doing a lot of work trying to, lobby for that, but still we're still behind. So a couple of things. So first of all, explain a little bit more on the medical side. You're doing some airway stuff too, aren't you?
Yeah. So we've been a manufacturer for a number of sleep appliances, a lot of big name sleep appliances and OSA devices across North America. We manufacture those out of a number of our facilities. So look, medical devices are something that we're used to. We of course manufacture lots of surgical componentry as well for the implant market. So we're used to having regulated and processed manufacturing protocols. We are ISO cleared in the majority of our facilities, and we also are listed with the FDA and Health Canada. So for us, we have all of the regulatory protocols set in place in order to bring in these different applications. We're ready for it. So we're set up perfectly to bring out this PPE to the market.
Yeah, so one of the things I saw, a simple thing I saw that you have is sort of looks like a rubber dam frame sort of that goes around the mask and holds it against the face. So what is that little thing?
Yeah, so we're constantly changing our mask design, and we're about to release our final design, which is going to be really groundbreaking. But up to this point, we've been donating a lot of masks. Actually, there's a really cool website out there that was started by a couple of dentists called Fired by Corona. So if you go to firedbycorona.com, I'm giving them a free plug right now, but go to it and download their files. Anybody can do this for free today. They made their files open source. So definitely go suggest looking at that. We've donated a number of those masks, but our mask that we are commercializing, that we're bringing out, is going to be really revolutionary, and we look forward to sharing that with the market.
Oh, that'd be great. A lot of the dentists have little printers, little Formlabs printers and sprint ray printers, but you have the big carbon printers and companies like that, so you can knock these things out pretty quickly. What sort of capacity do you have, like on the swabs and things like that?
Yeah, so the swabs are something obviously that the market is in a huge need for. So we are working with our partners at Carbon and a great medical packaging company called Resolution Medical, and we are currently manufacturing swabs at a very high rate. At full capacity, we can do about 200,000 swabs a week, and that's what we're gearing up for right now.
That's unbelievable. That's such a great thing to turn around and give back, which is great, and also be able to have the technology behind it. And this is where people like yourself, Chris, having been in the industry for so long, understand how literally the nuts and bolts of the whole mechanical aspect of it. So when we get back to work, we're going to have dentistry to do. We're going to have all sorts of things that digital smile design things. We're going to have to do all kinds of surgical guides. And so tell us a little bit about the lab, because I mean, a lot of people in the U.S. aren't really aware of the Aurum group, and I know that you have every crazy thing that could possibly be imaginable in there with software and hardware. So give us a little rundown of what the lab is all about.
Yeah, obviously we got a really strong foothold throughout the Canadian market. We've got laboratories throughout the entire country of Canada. In the U.S., we've got a few locations. Of course, my location here in Detroit is a manufacturing center. We got another location in Las Vegas that is a manufacturing center as well. We also have an Aurum proper laboratory in Las Vegas. It's part of the LVI network, where we do a lot of high-end fixed cases. That's what that laboratory is primarily focused on. We also have another dental laboratory in Spokane, Washington as well as Space Maintainers, which is another company that we are affiliated with. So Space Maintainers is in California. So look, we've got a large network across North America. And look, the Core 3D centers is not just here localized in North America. Our partners on the Core 3D centers are across the globe, whether it's Australia or Japan or Germany or Benelux. We're all over the place, and we really work together to use all of our dental IQ, manufacturing IQ, one, to be innovative and agile with our manufacturing, and also to make sure that we're delivering a need that the market really is looking for.
So as people want to know a little bit more about the group, the website, I believe, is aurumgroup.com, if I'm not mistaken. AURUM. We'll post that right across our faces here in a couple of minutes.
Great. Yep, that's our proper website. That will also have the links to all of the different companies that we own that are underneath our umbrella. Of course, Open Health Solutions being one of those, which is really what we are using as our landing page for our PPE inquiries.
So yeah, so the Open Health, I'll say it slowly, openhealthsolutions.com, and that's where the dentist can actually see what we can get from the laboratory also. And I know it's priced professionally. Let's put it that way. You're not trying to make a bundle on this, because this is just your adjunct work. So I really appreciate that, Chris. How can people get in touch with the lab directly? Because everybody always has questions. They always ask me about 3D printing. I always ask you the answers, and they think I'm so smart. It's really coming from you.
Well, they can. Our website is open now. We're on all the social media as well. So Open Health Solutions is on Instagram. It's on LinkedIn as well now. And every case that comes in, we are donating a good chunk of the proceeds back to causes that are fighting COVID. And we're looking at different organizations to lend that money out to. But right now, it's about 10% of every case that is purchased through the Open Health website is going to charitable causes. So
quick question. How do you see things coming out of this, if there's such a thing as coming out of this? I mean, from a business standpoint, you must be scratching your heads and going, I mean, we were on a certain course for 2020, and now it's like, ugh. So how do you kind of regroup on something like this?
Yeah, it's a total recalibration, right, Paul? Look, up to this point, we've been primarily printing dentures and other applications at a large clip, really investing and innovating on that front. And though I do believe that we're going to see dentistry come back stronger than we anticipated, it is going to take time, and it is going to be a new normal. PPE is going to be a huge topic for us moving forward here, just like when we go to the shows and you see all these new all-on-4 lectures. I think we're going to start seeing a lot of PPE lectures, right? And for us in dentistry and really with 3D printing, it's mass customized devices that we specialize in. And that is really where I think we can sort of fill a niche right now for the market, and having customized PPE equipment ready for the doctors. Look, they trust their laboratories with customized devices already. They might as well trust us as well with the PPE, especially if we can prove ourselves to be competent and have the right, of course, regulations in place, which we do. So we know we can fill this need. And as people come back, we know they're going to be very sensitive about their health and how we protect ourselves, our staff, and our patients. And we definitely believe this is going to be our new normal, unfortunately. And I think we're ready to address it.
And just one last thing, I know you have a sort of an educational arm at the laboratory, and so just talk a little bit about the courses and types of things that you work with.
Sure. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Yes, so the Aurum Academy, the Core 3D Academy, all of this is online. We're doing a webinar series, our Stay at Home series right now. I'll be on next week, actually, talking about our PPE initiative specifically. So please feel free to sign up for the webinar. I look forward to educating more and really going in depth about the different applications that we're working on, how we're manufacturing them, and of course, how to get the data acquisition and really what's coming in the future for us as well.
So this is the real deal. This is the real digital dentistry right here, right in front of us right now. And right, actually, if you look over his shoulder, you'll see everything behind him. He's hiding in a little closed booth with nobody's around. He's hiding from
Luckily, I
Christmas.
still get to come to the office. We are essential workers here. Michigan is pretty locked down at this moment, but we're still cutting here. So the milling center behind me is still moving. Luckily, machines can do a good amount of work, right?
Chris, it's been a real pleasure. Thanks for taking some time for me. I know you're very busy over there. So always a pleasure seeing you. I don't know if there's going to be a dental meeting anyway time soon where I'll find you, but we'll work on it and see how things
Well, I'll tell you what, IDS and Cologne won't be the same if I don't get to see you, Paul. So let's hope that it's ready by March.
we better be ready for that one. All right. Thanks again, Chris.
Thank you, sir. Take care.